I have been waiting for this day for quite a while now. I have never liked TikTok. I have never downloaded TikTok. I get more than enough information from X, Facebook, and Instagram. No one needs TikTok. It's a government controlled app that was controlled by China. No one should have it, and I'm glad that it's gone. So the Supreme Court upheld the ruling. It was a unanimous decision, meaning that the Democrats and the Republicans agreed that TikTok and the owners of TikTok do not have freedom of speech because they are not an American company. They are not American citizens. And that's about it. You know, who knows what kind of information they had access to? It could range from all sorts of things. There's a lot of issues that come with TikTok, and people shouldn't have had it on their phones. It's as simple as that. Now, I understand that a lot of people, you know, used it to advertise their businesses. They got memes, they got news, they got information from there. But you can get all of that from X. You can get all of that from Instagram. You can get all of that from, you know, Facebook. You don't need to go to a foreign government controlled app to get that kind of information. Who knows how they're, you know, tailoring the algorithms? Who knows what information that they're storing? It's not something that anyone should have on their phone. I'm really glad that it's now gone. So we're going to go into the story from Reuters. I'm going to give my opinion about it, and yeah, we'll share some stuff related to TikTok. But overall, I'm happy that it's gone, and I hope that it stays gone. But TikTok goes dark for U.S. users. Company pins hope on Trump. This is from Reuters. So Washington, January 19th. Let's see. TikTok stopped working in the United States late on Saturday and disappeared from Google and Google App Stores, Apple and Google App Stores, ahead of a law that takes effect on Sunday, requiring the shutdown of the platform used by 170 million Americans. I did not know it was that many people. That's an awful lot of people that are having their information siphoned by the Chinese government. President-elect Donald Trump has said he would most likely give TikTok a 90-day reprieve from the ban after he takes office on Monday, a promise TikTok cited in a notice posted to its users on the app. So I sincerely hope Donald Trump does not do this. I overall like Donald Trump. I voted for him in the most recent election. I hope he doesn't do this. I hope he does not give TikTok reprieve. It has nothing to do with how the TikTok app is run or the content that is posted on there. It has everything to do with China. A foreign government should not have access to this country or our citizens in a way such as Facebook or X does. Facebook, if you don't know this, if you've never made a Facebook account, Facebook has an account for you. And it doesn't matter who you are, Facebook makes an account for you, whether or not you've ever used their app. How does that work? Well, people around you, the people that you know, they use the app, and Facebook collects that data, and based off that data they collect from other people who have used the app and made accounts, they make a shadow profile for you, including pictures of you and with your family. If they can find out your address, they have that listed, your phone number. How do they get your phone number? Well, when you go on Instagram or Messenger and you sync your contact list, well, if Mary has, two people with her number and both of them have mom titled in the phone, well, and then there's pictures and all kinds of stuff, you can, connect the dots and, oh, look, here's her children. Here's where they live. And Facebook can make a profile based on that. Not to mention, they obviously have access to your passwords. They have access to your private messages, all kinds of stuff. Now, if Facebook has access to that, and I'm not saying it's good that they do, if Facebook has access to that, then wouldn't you be led to believe that TikTok also has access to that sort of thing? Maybe even more so, because it is not controlled by a US company. It does not have to be regulated. It's not regulated by the US government. We can't do anything to stop them. It's one thing to have Facebook doing that, because if they do anything wrong with it, which I feel like they shouldn't be doing it in the first place, but let's say they do something wrong, or are doing something wrong, at least we can pursue legal action against them. What are we going to do when China all of a sudden releases the DMs of a bunch of people and their private conversations, and it's like, oh, well, let's sue China? Like, they don't give a damn. They're not going to care. And it goes beyond that. a lot of people are worried about, what happens 10, 20 years from now. There are all these people that are using TikTok. We don't know what exactly it has access to on your phone. And a lot of these people in my generation are going to become politicians. They're going to be, ranked in the military at higher levels. All kinds of, not everyone my age ends up at McDonald's. And then you have people using TikTok, who knows what access they have to that, but they can get access to your passwords. They can get access to things that you might not want released to the public. They can use that information against you. That is not something I want a foreign government having access to. And it's very simple. TikTok had a choice. TikTok had a choice whether or not to be forcibly removed or to sell off their shares, or they're part of the company, from China. China could de-invest from TikTok. They chose not to, and they chose to shut down early just to spite their users, because they're trying to get backlash. They're trying to get backlash and support to rally behind them. But it's all a bunch of manipulation at the end of the day. They're trying to manipulate people that like TikTok into petitioning the government to keeping it around, because it's a weapon. It's a weapon used by China, and it's an intelligence gathering machine. That's literally what it is. Now, does Facebook sell our information that they gather to foreign governments or people that shouldn't have it? Sure. But like I said, Facebook can be, sanctioned by the government. They can be, there's a lot more we can do here, because Facebook is here. It's here in the United States. TikTok is not here in the United States. Sure, they might have some offices and stuff like that, but China owns them. China runs TikTok. So it's not something we can keep in the country. So I understand a lot of people are upset by this decision, but you can get everything you found on TikTok on other apps that are not controlled by a foreign government. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the United States. Unfortunately, that means that you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. The message notified users trying to use the app late on Saturday night. So I guess the CEO is going to be going to Donald Trump's inauguration. He's trying to butter him up. Even if temporary, the unprecedented shutdown of TikTok, owned by China's ByteDance, is set to have a wide-ranging impact on U.S.-China relations, U.S. domestic politics, the social media marketplace, and millions of Americans who depend on the app economically and culturally. Well, that was the plan. That was always the plan by China, and that's why they boost people in the algorithm. That's why you get all these followers and your feed is always so engaging, is because they're trying to get you addicted to it. They're trying to get you to love the app. That way, when things like this arise, again, you petition the government to bring it back, because they're using it to gather information on people. And it's not even about politicians and stuff using it. It's about their children. Their children, they have sensitive information that they can gather from the children of higher ranking, political figures. I don't want a governor and his kids getting a bunch of information leaked or, blackmail or whatever, because that can happen too. But Donald Trump's talking about the 90-day extension. The 90-day extension is something that would most likely be done because it's appropriate, Trump told NBC. If I decide to do that, I'll probably announce it on Monday. I sincerely hope he does not do that. It's a terrible idea, and it'll make him look weak, and it'll make our justice system look pointless, because the Supreme Court outright came out. It was 0-9. They all agreed TikTok and the ban should be upheld. So if Donald Trump comes out and he's like, yeah, screw that. What does that say about the Supreme Court? What does that say about the laws in this country? I don't like it. TikTok, which has captivated nearly half of all Americans, powered small businesses, and shaped online culture, warned on Friday it would go dark in the U.S. and Sunday unless President Joe Biden's administration provided assurances to companies such as Apple and Google that they will not face enforcement actions when a ban takes effect. Move to alternatives. Under the law passed last year and upheld on Friday by unanimous Supreme Court, the platform had until Sunday to cut ties with its China-based parent or shut down its U.S. operation to resolve concerns it poses a threat to national security. Biden's White House reiterated on Saturday that it will be that it was up to the incoming administration to take action. So Biden, I guess, just doesn't want to touch it. He wants nothing to do with it, which cool. I don't want him messing with it anyway. I don't want Trump messing with it. It just needs to be upheld. We see no reason for TikTok or other companies to take actions in the next few days before the Trump administration takes office on Monday. Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said in a statement, TikTok did not respond to a request for comment. The rest of this article is kind of whatever. The Chinese embassy in Washington on Friday accused the U.S. of using unfair state power to suppress TikTok. China will take all necessary measures to resolutely safeguard its legitimate rights and interest, a spokesperson said. Uncertainty over the app's future had sent users, mostly younger people, scrambling to alternatives, including China-based RedNote. Rivals Meta and Snap have seen their share prices rise this month ahead of the ban as investors bet on an influx of users and advertising dollars. So one note on RedNote is that's another China-owned app you shouldn't be using. In fact, I'm seeing people saying now or reporting that RedNote, with its influx of TikTok refugees, it's now switching all Americans with a certain if your IP address comes from America, they're putting you on separate servers now. And what if I had to guess that the reason for that is because they don't want us giving them propaganda or the truth, some might say. Because their government over there is totalitarian, authoritarian, however you want to say it. They control every aspect of their civilians' lives over there in China. So RedNote, obviously, if a bunch of Americans are moving to RedNote, they're going to see a lot of things that China probably doesn't want them to see, which is fair. If that's how they want to control their people, I don't care. I don't live in China. And then that's about it for this article. NordVPN, I guess, is having issues because a lot of people are influxing over there to try to get access to TikTok. But overall, I mean, let me know how you feel in the comments. I know a lot of people cite the freedom of speech and they're worried about what kind of powers this gives the government. But, I'll be right there with you when the government starts trying to take down X or Facebook for whatever reason, if it's not valid. But as far as foreign government-controlled apps go, I think all of them should be removed from the United States. I don't think we should have a foreign adversary, operating a social media app in our country. I mean, how would a lot of these people feel if Russia just came out and had an app and was like, this app steals all your data, but here's some memes? I don't think people would be cool with it, or maybe they will be or would be. I honestly don't know. I think a lot of people are looking at this from just a selfish perspective. It's all about me nowadays. They're like, oh, I can't access my memes, I can't look at all the stuff I have on TikTok. Well, I guarantee you that half of it's fake anyway. A lot of it's just a bunch of fake followers and fake people, so who really cares? And then the other issue is that the freedom of speech issue. Well, China doesn't have freedom of speech, so they don't have speech. They don't have the freedom of speech. We don't extend the freedom of speech to other countries. So yeah, I hope TikTok stays banned. Let me know how you feel in the comments. Argue with me, but overall, I think this is a great decision and it should be upheld. That's what I was saying. A lot of people think in the short term, they think about me, they think about themselves. Think about it in the long term. If China does have access to all these things like Facebook does, they can be building profiles on people and they will use it against us down the line. This needs to be, nipped in the butt before it becomes a huge issue down the line. This is absolutely a national security threat. And a lot of people are saying that, there's bigger things going on. And it's like, yeah, sure, we need to get a handle on the economy. We need to get a handle on immigration, but we also need to get a handle on our biggest adversary, who's running social media platforms for intelligence purposes. So I think this was a huge issue and it should have been banned a while ago. But let me know what you think in the comments, because I mean, if you have a differing opinion to me, sure, let's talk about it. I'm more than happy to talk about it. But my point of view is that this is a national security threat. So you would have to convince me otherwise. You would have to convince me why it's not a national security threat. Because as far as I'm concerned, it definitely is. Now, I do have a funny clip to share from Nick Sortor, or a funny tweet, you could say. X post, however you say it. I like to call it Twix personally. Just in, 911 calls are being placed around the country by individuals panicking over the TikTok ban. I can't believe I have to say this, but don't call 911 over TikTok. Here's audio of a 911 dispatch from Anoka County, Montana. No. Okay, I'm not even gonna try right now. Requesting a welfare check on a caller, saying he's incoherent and professing his love for TikTok. TikTok has mentally destroyed so many people. So I don't know how the audio is gonna be on here. I'll be quiet while it plays in case you want to turn it up and hear this. Let me get my audio all the way up. Okay.
Welfare check on a caller 10 Street. RP is saying they love TikTok and is very incoherent, saying he's not an American. Welfare check on a caller 10 Street.
Okay, and I can't exactly make out what they said at the end there, but they said that they're not American. Okay, I don't really know what that means. If they're my opinion on that is if they're illegal, take note of it, and then when Trump gets in on a Monday or Tuesday or whatever, just pass it along. But anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, don't call 911 because TikTok got shut down. Like, I don't know why that needs to be said, but a lot of things need to be said nowadays, evidently. Like, don't eat Tide Pods. Don't call 911 because TikTok was removed. Yeah, I don't know. It's a social media account, guys. If X goes down tomorrow, if YouTube goes down tomorrow, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for a walk. It's that easy. Maybe go touch some grass. If you're having a mental breakdown because TikTok got shut down, maybe you should rethink your life decisions. Just, some inner thoughts about yourself. Maybe you just need to think things through a little more. I don't know. That's my opinion. And then he does have a screenshot of the message that's appearing here, so I'll read it now. So this is the message that's popping up on people's TikToks. It says, sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US, unfortunately. That means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. Again, I will reiterate, Trump, do not do this. Please do not do this. Just let TikTok stay banned. TikTok needs to die. It just needs to go away. It doesn't need to be here. And yeah, I mean, technically, if you want to get technical, there was no ban. There is no ban on TikTok. There is a ban on foreign governments owning platforms like this. That's what the actual ban is. So TikTok could have sold off. They could have sold their, their company or their shares, however it works. They could have done that. They chose not to. So if you want to be mad at anyone, don't be mad at the US government. Don't be mad at Trump. Don't be mad at Biden. This is completely on TikTok. This was TikTok's decision to they could have shut down, on Sunday today, but they decided to shut down late last night, just to spite everyone, really. So yeah, if you're gonna be mad at anyone, be mad at China and be mad at ByteDance for not selling off, because now you don't get to have access to TikTok. If TikTok sold and it was no longer owned or controlled by China in any way, I wouldn't have made this video. I wouldn't have the opinion that I have. But that's it. That's as far as I can say for now. So I'll give an update if anything does happen with TikTok. I sincerely hope Trump doesn't do anything. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like videos like this, if you like my opinions, or if you don't like my opinions, let me know. Let me know in the comments below. If you have a different opinion than me, I would love to hear it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate everyone who clicks on the video and listens to what I have to say. I really enjoy making videos like this, and I hope you guys subscribe. I'm hoping for a lot more of this. Thank you guys so much, and find something better than TikTok. There's a lot of options out there. You can find something better. Instagram is not that bad. You can go on Instagram. X has gotten a lot better in terms of looking at memes and stuff. You can now scroll like all the other apps. So go use X or something. Go use Instagram. But thank you guys. Have a good one.